love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and my 2 cents Moors, health, and wealth. But I just want to state some facts about law and about not being emotionally attached to people's, how can I say it, motives. Understand what I'm saying, because in Moorish science, everything must be systematic. So when Moore's talking about someone is fighting for our rights and this and that and the other, no one fighting for my rights, because my rights are already fought for. Our Prophet Abu Drali already illuminated this stuff. Everything everybody else is doing is bullcrap, and you're wasting your time because you don't know how to navigate. And these are facts. I'm not here to entertain anybody feelings or how they feel about a situation. I don't care about that. More talking about some individuals are fighting for your rights. Nobody is fighting for my rights. My rights are already done legally in the law books. It's already done. It's already done. It's a thing in law called about someone fighting for your right. You ain't fighting for my right. My prophet did that. He illuminated everything already. Got to go down to the next one. Where you want? The next one. If you call yourself a Moorish sheik, then you are versed in law. The thing is going home. What true scholar get locked up and then want people to, well, support this and send donations? That don't even make sense. Where's your legal team? And all you emotionally attached to shit. Ain't nobody hating on nobody. I'm saying if you call yourself a sheik and you versed in law, then your whole thing is going home. Don't nobody that know law go home. I don't know what people be talking about. I don't know what people be talking about because they be so mad. Yeah, I got a contact. If more has been following me, they know. I break these messages down. I'm a teacher. I have a real mutis. We the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. Check us out on Instagram. Check me out. I'm Hakeem Goodman Bay on Instagram. Burning Bush Tabernacle.ts on Instagram. We a real school. I don't get emotionally attached to nobody just talking. I represent me. I represent me. I proclaim, declare, and I have due process. I'm a legal rep. I'm not gonna get in trouble and then and then start asking a whole bunch of people show up in court to support Sheikh Bey. He in trouble. Well, I don't care if a whole bunch of people show up in court. If my legal team ain't right, y'all just showed up. So what? And this is what I be telling more. We be so caught up, somebody calling themselves a sheik, and then they get locked up, and then the first thing you got these people and women talk about support this person. We need donations. No, you don't. If you legit, a person already got his legal team. So when things go down, your legal rep, your legal representation is already ready. And I tell people, when you look at a person's case, when you get a person's whole case, you'll be like, I'm not going to represent them. That's why any legal representative, I don't care if you're a misnomer attorney under the British Annotated Registry, before you take anybody's case, you're going to look at the case to see if you can beat it or not. And when you look at people's cases, you see the glitches in them not understanding the law. And them not understanding what restrictions in the law. People just be making shit up as they go and then be mad when somebody tell them the truth. You can't arbitrarily explain law and history. Don't get mad, because you'll get all emotionally attached to what a person's saying and you get your ass locked up. And when a legal rep come and say, this is where you messed up at, this is where you messed up at, you should be honorable enough to be like, you know what, I messed up and I got to pay for my mistake. But when I'm free from these mistakes, I'll never do it again. That's fraudulent concealment. And I tell Moors, no more. No person that call himself a sheik should get no locked up in no jail and then have to be sending out, talk about you need some cash out for some fucking donations. No way. You call yourself a sheik, you call yourself a bey, defend the law. The whole thing is about going home. I'll never get locked up on no bullshit. That's my human right. I'll never be locked up. And none of my people that's following me will never be locked up on some stuff that you say is your right. Because you should be able to defend it and get out. You don't have to plead to a lesser charge. I know the game. I know people plead to lesser charge. That means you admitting guilt. And anytime you run your mouth, you snitched on yourself. Why? Because you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. There's nothing you can say to the police or no attorney that's going to help you with your case. And I tell Moorish this all day. And so the Nova that on here asked, do I have a contact? My motive was just on here. So put your information on there and we'll get with you. We got to stop being emotionally attached to things that we not even versed in. Huh? And Moorish be mad because you're emotionally attached to garbage. If you call yourself a sheik, that mean and all this, and you talk about you fighting for somebody's rights, or I don't know who rights you fighting for. Talk about your Second Amendment rights. That's citizens. I'm a Moorish American. That's the type of American I am. It's verbiage that trumpet. You say you a national, a foreign national, and all these things that we talk about, but not being politically correct. What you need me to do, babe? You go in, I'll pump it or whatever you want me to do. And Moors be mad with that goofy stuff. You can't be mad. You call yourself a tribal leader and all this stuff over a group of people, and then when you call yourself defending your human rights, not only that you get them in trouble and you locked up, and then you start sending APBs out to people. Talk about, we all Moors, everybody should be doing this. Everybody shouldn't be doing a damn thing. You say you're a tribal leader, you got a group of people, your people should be there that represent you, not a whole bunch of people that's not part of what you're doing. And Moors get mad. I never leave my people in no burning house. I never demonstrate something and get locked up and then be begging people to help me get out of jail. I never ask nobody to send no donations in. Why? Because I already got it. I'm my own retainer. And the law is you don't have to pass the bar, the study law. You must be competent. So the thing is, are you competent in law? Because when Moors be in court, they talk about they don't consent. That ain't no defense. You can keep saying you don't consent, and sit your goofy ass in jail over and over and over. Your ass be sitting in jail with your not content, I don't content ass, or I don't contest ass. You would be in jail and they'll let you sit in that motherfucker and rock for months and months and months. And then you got a job, your ass fired. Any business you got, you done. Your children suffering. And that's the thing, you fighting for some Moorish right. You're not fighting for my right. You got your own motive, because my rights, my human rights are already dictated on the laws. The laws say what I can do. That's why I operate freely. That's why I travel all across the burning sands and I don't be molested. You're looking at a true 99 degrees, period. The laws already say what we can do. The prophet built the house, put the furniture in it. All we got to do is move in and live. Because Moors be thinking Moorish science is a whole bunch of people quoting some whole bunch of damn Black Laws dictionary. That was never Moorish science. Moorish science was to teach you a divine creed and nationality, and teach you to be upright, and teach you to be a great Moorish American. But you got all these people that all of a sudden, because they can read a Black Law dictionary like they well versed in law. Shit is stupid. And then Moors get mad at their own brother that's a scholar and an educator, and the Europeans pay swell. That's how we so messed up, man. And we Empress though. We so messed up. Well, this person is a sheik. Okay, so what? A sheik, that means you have pupils. So you a sheik of your pupils. You a sheik of your pupils. Everybody don't got to agree with your arbitrary explanation of law. If your arbitrary explanation of law can be destroyed with elementary law, with all that codable law bullshit. Once you done when you say you're not a citizen. And then you talk about, my Second Amendment rights. That's for citizens. I keep telling Moors, I'm like, y'all, like, why you don't know law? You mad? You talk about my constitutional rights. Ain't no such thing as no damn constitutional rights. There's no such thing as a constitutional right. Period. Democracy ain't nowhere in the Constitution, a law. Like a lot of stuff Moors They just making stuff up as they go because they know you ain't read nothing. They know you ain't studied nothing. And shysters do that because they know the lack of wisdom. They know you ain't connected to nobody that can destroy their bullshit. And then the first thing us as Moors, we get mad. Or this hating. That ain't hating. If somebody educating you, you send your kids to be educated with the truth. You don't send your kid to school to be lied to, and then Moors be lied to. And then trying to explain that. You can't explain no lie in court. You can't. Court is not based on emotion and feeling. Your ass will rot in jail. And then you will plead to a lesser charge. And then Moors be paying a contract, what? To get out of jail. I'm telling you. And Moors gonna sit in jail. Watch. And you call yourself a sheik in the movement and you locked up. And I'll be asking Moors, what's your motive? What's your motive? Because I ain't never been hassled. All the training we do, all the martial arts I do, all the weapons training I do, man, it's restrictions in law. AKA bylaws, and you can't break people bylaws and AKA restrictions if you don't know local and state law. Yes, you have the right to bear arms, but it's restrictions in those laws. What's restrictions? Felons, they can't have this. If you traveling in their jurisdiction, their bylaws say your gun must be properly handled. You got to understand that, and you can't be mad at that. That's the fucking law. Yes, you have the right to bear arms, but it's restrictions. Just like you have the right to travel on the highways, but it's restrictions. Local, state, and federal. You got to know this. And Moors just be, well, I got the right to travel. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do your 3-year-old kid got the right to drive a car on the highway, on the byways? Do you want your kid to do that? Do you want a drunkaholic that done crashed 14 million times? Do you want they drunk ass to be on the highways and byways just because they say, I got the right to drive? With your drunk, stupid ass? That's what Moors be. They so fucking stupid, man. We defending, well, this person is nice. So what you nice? That ain't got nothing to do with you knowing what the fuck you talking about. Oh, this person nice, he got a wife. So what? What the fuck that got to do, excuse my candor, what that got to do with you being politically correct and legally correct? Oh, this person is a good person. So? You still wrong, good person. Good person, you wrong. Why? Because you're not versed and you're not qualified. You well over your pay grade. But so Moors be so quick because we so lost and we want to gravitate to something so bad, we'll listen to anything. That's like, oh, the person was in the military. Look how low rank a person is in the military. A person been in the military for so long, and you still an elementary student. Think about these things. This ain't hating. This is facts. Who do you want to be represented by? Somebody that's talking? Somebody that always got a beg? Somebody that ain't a real tribally, that ain't real credible? Somebody that can't go to any legal house and be represented as a Moor? I go to all legal houses, courtrooms, the damn city halls. I'm from Flint, Michigan, as a Moor. I'm alumni over 3 colleges. I teach on college campuses as a Moor. As a Moor. Everywhere I go, I'm a Moor. I don't never strip myself down. This is the clock of destiny. We ain't no whole bunch of poor ass Moors begging, squatting in houses, doing all that stupid shit. Talk about we can do this like something hidden. That ain't me. This the upper echelon of this Moorish science. We ain't begging for nothing. We create our own. We use our own dollars. Moors out here begging and shit. That's not Moorish science. We got the right. The religious rights of the indigenous people say we have the right to do what we're doing. The Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, says you have a right of a nationality and a right to change it. No one will be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and a right to change it. And the claim a child replaces the birth certificate. Resolution 75 tell you that you can annex your Ben, your El, or your Ali, which is legally and lawfully. The SF 181 form, the ethnicity, it tells you. I'm giving you legal facts. So what can some goofball tell you? Sign some petition in Washington to say we Moors. Washington already know you more. I break this down literally at More American Week. Every time you all the states well. But Moors be mad because, here go more, well, what makes you this? Because I'm a sheik. I'm an educator. I'm consecrated and anointed. The European come to me as their teacher. That's why. That's why. And if you don't like what I'm saying, that's okay. Don't no more gotta follow me and be on my YouTube page and I'll be asking goofy ass Moors. Why would you be on somebody's page that you don't like? Just delete your goofy ass off. And Moors be on here wanna act stupid shit. And I'm like, but you don't even agree with what a person's saying, so why are you even on here wasting your time? We the only ones that do that. Them be Negroes. That don't be Albanians or Europeans. Because Albanians and Europeans, especially if they Masons, I'll call them out. That's why you ain't gonna never see no European. Because I know them, all European Masons that's a part of the Philosophical Research Society, they sons of Muslims. You only gonna get a Negro trolling you with that dumb religious bullshit on our Burning Bush Tabernacle page and some goofy ass page. And see, I don't mind all cash with that dumb shit. And I'm like, see, we the only ones with that dumb shit. We the only ones that do that. We the only ones that do that dumb shit. Us. Side of myself, I'm telling the daughters of American Revolution, the feds with the gold tassel. Why you want to and take an oath to be some Eastern Star, and you already the Eastern Star. You already the Star of the East. We'll talk about I want to cross both lines. Well, you ain't finna deal with me. And this is what the lady said. Well, I want to cross both sides, but you dealing with a sheik that the Europeans, I'm over them. They only 32 and 33 degrees. That's snowman wisdom. And then the Asian lady talk about, well, I want to cross both sides. Go on, lady. Go on. Why the hell you want to take an oath to some Europeans that buried you in a shallow grave, that buried Haram of beef in a shallow grave and had a damn Jubilee, Jubel and Jubal and Jubel, the three roofings, just like the damn three Stoogers with that goofy shit. And this is what I be saying, we be so goofy. We want to join some European shit, some Negro shit, and your brother is a sheik, and the European come to me in secrecy. You don't see my face defiles with Mecca or Islam on that. I am the science. We the only ones that do that. We the only ones that'll let somebody else educate us and then think they telling us the truth. We the only group of people that do that dumb shit. We the only group of people that ain't versed in true history and true law, and they all go together. Religion, they all go together. The Asiatic man is the only one that can trace himself through history, through the Bible, through everywhere. I did it today in class. And the European agreed with everything I'm saying. I don't have no fake degrees, and my education don't make me better. My heart make me better. But when it comes to this science, I'm not finna debate no goofy Negro that just on the internet, and I'm anointed and consecrated and educated, and the European come to me and they sit at my footstool. When I be lecturing at the college campuses, my lectures be packed. I come from peer-reviewed scholarly research and spending hundreds of dollars to go listen to a comedy show or go listen to some nigga rap, and then you say you a Moor and you won't even support a sheik that's educating you? That shit is dumb as hell. And I said, we'll go spend all our money. We the only people that, because our whole life is playing and Negrotainment. Somebody supposed to educate you for free. Yes, Negrotainment. Eurocentric and Negro propaganda. That's what I call it. Because it only be grown men on this internet. And I have one of my mutis get in contact with you. GoodmanCurry@gmail.com. Yeah, the internet the internet keep cutting in and off. But oh well. But this needs to be said, man. This needs to be said. Stop being so emotionally attached to things, and you're not basing none of your science on factual knowledge. Stop talking about I believe this. Don't nobody care what the hell you believe. Your belief can be based on the belied. Prove all things and hold fast to what is good. Period. Because if you are Moor and you call yourself a sheik and a bey, man, where your legal team? Where are your legal representatives that have your best interests? Where? How can you call yourself a Moor and not only you locked up, but you will get everybody else locked up? Okay, you can be locked up if you got things set up, but what about the rest of your brothers that got families and got children? What about brothers that's responsible for their whole family and then they goofy ass locked up over some shit, over some dumb shit that you don't even got to be locked up for? What about their wives and their children? What about that? We don't even care about that. We're just talking about somebody fighting for your rights. Ain't nobody fighting for my fucking rights. My rights are already fought for. I'm an international Moor. I travel as a Moor. Everywhere I go, I'm a Moor. Everywhere I sign, I'm a Moor. Everything I do it as a Moor. I don't go nowhere and do no business and I ain't no Moor. I'm not gonna get arrested or whatever and don't have my fez or my turban on. You're gonna know who I am. And if I'm traveling, especially in my vehicle, my fez is in there. So if anything happened, what I'm doing, I'm putting my fez right on my damn head. Boom. You can wear your fez in court, on the jobs, at work, in school. So if any sheik should be telling you at all times, you should have your fez with you and your turban. Why? Because your turban, your bonnet, that's your religious headdress. I'm telling you, and courts cannot make you take your turban off or your fez. These are facts. It's precedent in law cases. I'm telling Moors that. So when you go to court, you call yourself, I'm not an American citizen, I'm some foreign national. Man, they love when you say that dumb shit. So you're not a Moorish American? Nope, I'm a foreign national. All right. And I don't consent. Okay, well, go back in your cell. Your ass will be in jail for fucking months. You will look up your ass being in jail for a year. For a year. You will be in jail for some years. You already can be out if you call yourself a Bey, if you know the law, because if they was dealing with me, nobody would be in jail. Because I'm able to go in the chambers, talk to the goddamn referee, which is the AKA judge, and be like, listen here, yes, I know, only thing my client is guilty of is being fucking stupid. That ain't no crime. Only thing my clients is stupid for is not knowing the law. That ain't no fucking crime. You ain't broke no fucking laws. You guilty of being fucking stupid. That's it. You guilty of being stupid because no laws has been broken. The only laws has been broken is the minor laws, what we call the gun laws. And then this another kick. When people be doing shit and be forgetting they got motherfucking warrants out for their arrest, Sean. This is what people be forgetting. Well, why they still locked up? Because they got a goddamn warrant for their arrest. Oh, I'm finna go do some dumb shit and I'm not knowing, you get arrested. Well, why such and such still arrested? Because Goof got a goddamn warrant in 14 fucking states. One, he got a goofy ass warrant for child support he don't know about. He got another warrant for this dumb shit that he doing. He got a motherfucking warrant because his ass, all this shit. All you gotta do, I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. I'll look your ass up with your name and say, this is why your ass locked up with your lying ass. Precedent law cases, doc number. It's called the free information that I'll look your ass up. And most of these Negroes are not Beys on the record. That's why you can't find them. I'll tell you their real fucking name. They government name. Your government name. And see how many times your ass been in trouble with law. Just like I know these goofy ass Moors that ran their ass to China. I said, do y'all know this Moor was squatting in houses? And it wasn't no European house. This Negro squatting in a lady house. The lady all on, showing it, all on there. And the damn task force have to get this goofy ass Negro out this lady house. And this lady is Asiatic. That bum shit. Ain't no real man squatting in no house. I know the loopholes and shit, but Moors don't know the law. Let me tell you a loophole in the city of Michigan. Okay, you squat in the house ain't yours. You pay the property taxes in 3 years. That homeowner got the time to pay the property taxes. If not, then it's yours. Just like in certain states, you got to pay all the bills and everything a certain amount of time before you can get a house that somebody left. You can't squat in nobody's house and that shit's stupid as hell. Moors be on that. We ain't squatting in no house. We buy shit. And then I told the Moor, I did a synopsis on the Moor. I said, okay, if you walking down the street and a bicycle on the sidewalk, right, Empress? And you say, oh, this is a bike. Moors be mad on facts. You find a bike on the side of on the sidewalk and you take it home, your goofy ass stole it. Why? Because you didn't do the proper posting pertaining to the law, the local law, to how you do something when you find something. Just like in certain areas, you must do a public notice, have it in the paper, and it must be posted for at least 2 weeks. If nobody claim it, then it's yours. Just like change the name, or when we open a business, you must do a public notification so the public general information can say, hey, this is who you are. You ain't found no bike and take it home. Your ass stole it. And then somebody see you riding a bike. You stole a bike. You stole it. Well, no, I found it. Well, but when you go to court, the law's going to say, well, it's no excuse of not knowing the law in the court of law. Pertaining to the laws, your goofy ass stole this bike. It's penalty of a fine or jail with your goofy ass. Oh, well, but then Moorish get mad. You can't get mad over the law. You can't just make some shit up. It's only one law. We ain't gotta agree on law. What the fuck? Excuse my candor. This ain't no belief, religious, goofy ass religious system. No dogma. That's why Moorish sitting their ass in jail. I can go down a plethora of Moorish locked up. I don't give a damn how many books they wrote. Them books ain't kept their goofy ass out of jail. They sitting in jail right now, rotten like a motherfucking egg. They smell like stank. They talk all that goofy shit. You will never see a true sheik. Well, Martin Luther King was locked up. Malcolm X was locked up. Damn it, you ain't Martin Luther King and you ain't Malcolm with your goofy ass. The shit is already done. There's no reason for no more to be locked up on some shit that's already done. And the only people that don't feel what I say is because they're emotionally attached. You'll never see me locked up. You'll never see none of my people locked up for nothing that we got the right to do. We do things the right way. The prophet did things the right way. True Moors do things the right way. We don't got to get locked up to prove no point. What the hell getting locked? What point I need to prove getting locked up? Give me one. The only people locked up is fools. Like you got Moors, I need to claim my nationality because I don't want to stop paying child support. Fool, you claiming your nationality ain't gonna stop you from paying child support. You ain't changed your social security number with your goofy ass, and you already agreed to it. You signed the contract when you signed the fucking birth certificate with your smart goofy ass. You didn't petition the court to prove paternity. You got the right to petition the court to prove paternity. That's your right. And then child support is illegal. You ain't got to deal with no child support because y'all both are parents. They won't even jump into it unless that woman gets some bullshit from the state, some fake ass Similac, and that's detaching the kid from the mama. You want some fake ass Similac, some fake ass white European, excuse my candor, milk for your baby. And the great God Allah done bless you with the damn milk. That's why in the so-called fake ass slavery times, damn, the woman can breastfeed the man and at least give his punk ass some nutrients. Shit. Why you think in the so-called ancient time, the damn European wanted the Asiatic woman to breastfeed they fucking babies? They knew all that melanin that was attached to breastfeeding your child, and then these goofy ass modern women, well, I'm finna get all child support, I'm finna get all this bullshit ass WIC and all this fake ass shit from the state, all that bullshit that detached your child from you, all that fake ass shit. And the great God Allah gave you everything to feed your child with your stupid ass. This is what I'll be saying when our women are just lost. Why the fuck, if the man in the child life, and if you got a family, you don't need none of that cheap shit. Like, you want some cheap ass Section 8. You want some cheap housing. Get off your ass. That's why I said I'm supporting of polygamy in the right way. I don't support no goofy ass nigga just having a whole bunch of babies and you can't take care of them. That ain't what I'm talking about. Our culture, at least it'd be better if the man got multiple childs, then hell, put all of the women in the household and raise a family. And look how much strength that would be. But society made us think our culture is messed up. And we adapt to all this European, Albion, troglodyte bullshit culture. And I don't care what nobody say. We cursed. We are cursed people. We done turned our back on our own scholars in the flesh. Oh, I pray to my ancestors. Well, your ancestor was a fucking idiot. You ain't gonna give the homage and gratitude to your ancestor in the flesh, the prophet and angel. That's a scholar, that's an educator, that heart, that's right. We be with that dumb shit. But if we was back in the day, we'd give all honor to Malcolm X. We'd give all honor to brother Martin Luther King, Sheikh Anadia, all them brothers. Noble Ali. But then our scholars in the flesh, we won't do the damn same thing. All we're gonna do is honor some dead people That's some stupid shit. I don't get us. I just don't get us, Empress. I just don't get us sometimes. We talked all that stuff. Oh, I pray to my ancestor. Well, what's your answer? Was Noble Drew Ali a real person? Yes. Was Malcolm X a real person? Was Sheikh Anta Diop a real person? Was Ivor Van Sertima a real person? Was Deuce Muhammad a real person? Was Abdul Hamid Solomon a real person? Was Angelo Solomon a real person? Was Benjamin Bay a real person? Benjamin Banneker? Yes, these was real people that came with a divine message and a warning. And we're going to let our own people say we don't have divine messengers in the flesh? Well, you don't understand your 101s, because the prophet and the angel is clothed in the flesh that look like you. That's educated, that's consecrated, that's anointed and appointed. We're the only group of people that diss our own scholars and gravitate to nonsense and gravitate to charlatans, because we think just because the person got some money, that means they wise and honorable. Because all charlatans know to get a Negro, just talk about some money and have a whole bunch of pageantry shit, because that's all what Negroes think. That's righteous. If you got a whole bunch of shit, you got a Bentley, you got a Lexus, or a whole bunch of shit that's not yours, a Negro think that's righteous. And then you would say, well, why are you the only one that got it? If I'm a multi-millionaire, I don't want to be the only one. What if something happened to me? What if something happened to me? Because see, a conglomerate, a real scholar, a real successful, only one. You ain't no good when you're successful and then something happened to one of my brothers. All of us successful, we all can take a look. Moors don't want to listen to it. You want to stun on your own brother. Angelo Solomon, the first Moorish Mason. Angelo Solomon, Deuce Muhammad, Abdul Hamid came from Egypt, came and told them European freemasons, y'all ain't nothing but 32 and 33 degrees. That ain't nothing but when water freezes. The European is not the joke in masonry. The Negro is, because the Negro has bowed down and took an oath to some Greek shit. Research my brother Steve Coakley. Research Steve Coakley, and we talk about the boule, and he say the European is not the joke of a masonry. They know they sons of Muslims. The goofy ass Negro is. So I'm home. My empress like, okay, you done. I'm just trying to pop up on here and show Moors. I'm a real tribal leader. Research the religious rights of the indigenous people. Research Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. Research Revolution 75. Research SF 181 form. Research these facts, what I'm saying. We already have the right to do these things.
I think this is the bug to that.
Anybody that's locked up, you locked up because your own motive. And that's called, in law, we call it premeditated. A lot of people be premeditating things and you don't even know it. And I'll be telling y'all, I know this for a fact. And when they premeditate it, they can say, oh, well, this was your motive to do this. Why? Because we got history. This was your whole motive to do. Premeditated. When you record some shit freehand and say, if this happened and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 that means it's premeditated. That means your whole mission was for a certain thing to happen. Why? Because I can go back into your records, into your posts, and say, before this happened, I got a record of you saying, if this happened, blah, 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 we're not this, and we're not a sovereign citizens, and that's great. I get all that. I put it in this bag, Empress. And that's great. But I'm saying, I know the law, and I know what we have the right to do. And if I'm taking anybody cross state lines, I know every local, state, and federal jurisdiction. That's what I'm saying. So when you're traveling, you're not going to get not only myself, but any other brothers that can't afford to be in jail. I'm not going to have you locked up away from your family. I'm not going to do no stupid shit like that. I'm not going to take damn near 10 brothers away from their family and their children and their well-being, and then have them sitting in jail, and then have people sending out APBs, asking people to send donations in, telling people to come to court. We need everybody to show up. I don't need nobody to show up to court with me. If any more I represent, I don't need no group of Moors to show up. All you need is me. Your mama don't have to show up. Don't nobody, your wife don't have to show up. All I need is me. I'm gonna defend you in a proper manifestation based on precedent and law, and we're gonna walk out in there hand in hand. And you're gonna be like, damn, she didn't ask no whole bunch of body to come to my court. She didn't say he need to raise some donation to help fight them to your case. I don't need no donation. I'm gonna do that shit pro bono if you my member. Why? Because you already sending your donations in. So just like these goofy ass Negroes be getting court appointed lawyers, and that's what's gonna happen in a minute. I'm telling y'all. I already know because I look up every information. Brothers finna start getting these court-appointed attorneys. So when you get a court-appointed attorney, you know what they finna do? They finna plead to some shit. And then all these Moors talk about, well, we don't get no attorneys, which is under the British annotated registry. Watch. If you want factual, I'll show y'all, and I'll show y'all every Moor that's gonna plead to a lesser charge, and they gonna get a court-appointed attorney. I'm telling you, because they're going to get pressure to get a court-appointed attorney, and those group of Moors, whatever they call themselves, they don't have no legal representatives that's Moors to defend them. They're going to have a European, an Albion, or European Jew defend them, or a Negro defend them, a court-appointed attorney, because that's how they're going to get out on bond. I'm telling you what the hell I know. And if anybody mad, be mad. But the truth is going to prevail. I pray to Allah that a lot of brothers get out on their own recontents, on your own recontents. A lot of more don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. An OR bond is your own recontents. That means I ain't paying no money. Shit, I ain't did nothing. I'm out. Yeah, I show up for court. My own recont. I'm not paying nothing. I ain't did nothing wrong. But I signed this paper to say I'll show up and defend myself because I got the right to defend myself in a court of law. Period. I got the right to defend myself. Because an attorney that don't mean that British attorney registry, that don't mean that you versed in the law. That means you just passed the test. That do not mean you know law. I done debated plenty of attorneys on campus and district attorneys, and they were like, man, you real versed. They were like, everybody needs you as a legal rep. No, they don't. I only represent my tribe. I don't represent criminals and nobody that think they know something because you on the internet listening to dumb shit. And mad, and this because you done read the Black Law Dictionary. Well, this law state this. Well, fool, a lot of shit has already been canceled. A lot of shit you talk about, it ain't even law no more. And then when you talk about treaties, damn, the government, the damn United States ain't never been honorable to no fucking treaty. Think about it. And then you don't even know the treaties that's been broken, that's legally unlawful. We just be emotionally attached because we playing a game. Support these Moors. I never beg nobody if any of my nobles get in any trouble. You'll never see me support my Moor. They fighting for our freedom. Ain't nobody fighting for your freedom. I don't need to do that. I'll go represent my Moors. And if they did something illegal, if they talk to the cops, I ain't talking to it. I ain't defending you. Because when you talk to the police, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You don't got nothing to say unless you get immunity. You don't got shit to say. I don't even give a fuck if it's with your legal representative. But Negroes think they so smart. As soon as they open their mouth, I ain't got nothing to do. I can't help you. Because you snitched on yourself. And it ain't nothing that you can say to no cops, to nobody under oath that's going to help you with your case. Shut the hell up. And if you don't get immunity, you don't got nothing to say. And that's how I know all these Moors under the lights. I know, man, they'll give a goofy ass Negro and these stupid Moors a hamburger and they'll tell everything. I know how the game go. I done seen it. I'll show y'all people cases, how they done told on everybody. Be like, how you know it's a Free Information Act. Just like if you go into court, I done been on both sides. The only way to get out the fire is go through it. I done been hustling. I done been snitched on. And anything like that is the Free Information Act. You can pull up a person case and be like, this motherfucker told on not only him, he told on everybody. Period. And it's your right. It's called the Free Information Act. I know too many Moors locked the fuck up for not knowing the law. Sitting there with that, I'm a sovereign citizen, dumb shit. That's an oxymoron. Squatting in houses, drive without license, all that dumb shit. And I said, but you already got license. What's your issue? Like, what is your mission? You don't have no mission. Just Moors using other Moors as fucking crash dummies. And I say, so what's your mission? You don't have no mission. You just doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. Oh man, I'm going to court. The dude fucking what? Give me a good reason why any more in these local courts doing what? Tell me. Tell me what a Moor doing, any local court doing what, and I can show you wasting your fucking time. Because anything that you doing in local courts is already done on paper. I can prove it. You talk about claiming your nationality, it's already done locally. What? Bay and L, they already know you were Bay and L. Research Resolution 75. What else you want to talk about? The religious rights of the indigenous people, the rights of the indigenous people. What you talking about? To form a nation, what you talking about? I'm telling you, Moors, local and state laws, a lot of Moors be talking about the federal laws trump things, but the federal law is not going to oversee a law that's already precedent. Like, for instance, you got all these Moors lying, talk about they houses that they don't pay no taxes. You a fucking lie. If you live in a neighborhood, in a house, you paying local, state, and federal taxes. Facts. You're not living in no neighborhood talking about you got this house and you own this house. You a liar and a sin because you in a neighborhood, in the community. If it's your house, jack that motherfucker off, put it on 4 bricks, put it on the flat bed, and take it somewhere. You can't. You can't. And I be like, Moors be lying. You don't got no allodial deed, no allodial deed to no house. You don't own nothing outright. You lying. You a liar and a sin, and you know it. And Moors be knowing. I'm like, that's not true. Moors don't pay taxes. Well, explain it. Explain it in a legal ramification that everybody can get it. Don't confuse nobody. Because this is what Moors doing. They using the AA22 number to get a discount on a fucking nasty ass burger at Burger King or a discount on some tennis shoes. But then these goofy ass Negroes talk about they don't go in contract. Well, you just used the AA22 number to get a fucking discount on some tennis shoes or a nasty ass burger. What did you get? A receipt? That's a contract. What the contract saying? You used the AA22 number to pay no discount. So if anything happened to bring you up on charges, I hope you be able to defend that shit you just did. Because the Moorish Zion Temple of America, we have a tax exempt number. See, I'm telling you facts. So you using an AA22 number meaning what? Oh, I'm part of this. Okay, so then if they bring you up on charges and in court, remember, you under oath. Are you part of the Moorish Zion Temple? Nope, 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 nope. Everything you saying, you lying. Everything you saying, you lying because you follow somebody on the fucking internet. A true scholar, a true she can go anywhere and sit down and talk like I'm talking. I talk just like this on the college campuses. But every Moor get mad. I'm like, but you lying. And every Moor know I'm telling the truth. You a lie and a sin. Period. Prove what you saying. You can't. Show me that you living in a house in a community that you ain't paying no taxes. Show me, and you don't pay no taxes on nothing. You a liar. Show me that you tax exempt on everything. I'll show you how to do things the right way. That's a European game. Research the damn Paradigm Group. I know too many Europeans that tried that shit and they all got locked up. And the people with them got locked up. It's a way to do things. Because in religion, you're tax exempt for the federal government, religious, scientific, educational wise. So that means you can file exempt and use your so-called taxes to support your religious scientific organization. And all you got to do is get a tax exempt receipt and that offset your damn taxes because the money that they take for taxes does not go to run the United States of America. It goes to a private banking system. All you got to do is ask your tax preparer. That's why I said our people are lost due to a lack of knowledge because we refuse to learn. You can support this movement by what you give Uncle Sam every year. File exempt, pay your dues to the temple, you get a tax exempt receipt. It's that simple. It's that simple. But we don't get it. We don't get it. Why you think every European, every professional, they got nonprofit organizations? Because they know the money don't go to run the government. They like, I'm finna help my nephew or my son. He got this good organization. I'm finna help it be set. We're gonna put them on the plateau, the same way we can do. But our people don't understand that. But a lot of my people I deal with, that's donors and college professors, that's in 6 figures, they understand that. Because I teach this to my people and a lot of my family. I'm like, if you in $100,000 tax bracket, Uncle Sam, you already paying, they already taking money out your check each month. At the end of the year, you're going to have to write Uncle Sam a fat ass check for 10 G's. Go ask your tax preparer. Your tax preparer say you should have some charitable contributions to your religious organization or your church. Go ask your tax preparer. And that's how we can support what we're doing. So you a person be like, well, I'll pay my taxes. But you don't have to give your money to Uncle Sam. You can say, no, I want my tax. I'm going to give this to here. I'm going to give this to my religious organization. Just like I'll be telling people that are successful. Like for instance, my wife's son is the youth director for Denver Nuggets, and he just became the summer league basketball coach for the Denver Nuggets. Can I act right? And so I'm talking to him, and I'm talking, I try to get the ear of a lot of different NBA players that he connected with. It's like, listen, these Europeans, these Albions, and a lot of these, sometimes these misnomered Negro, so-called, how can I say it, money managers are hustling y'all. Let me show you how. Because they call yourself a money manager, and you got somebody paying your bills, which you don't need. And then you already in a high tax bracket. So what they doing at the end of the year, they deciphering your money, paying the taxes to the charitable contributions of their choice. And it might be their friend's organization. So all they doing is getting a kickback. So yes, you paying your taxes or whatever, fulfilling your tax obligation, but it ain't doing no good service. Just imagine if you was listening to what the sheik saying, and you were one of them NBA playing brothers, or you a person like a lot of my donors that make over 100 grand a year, and I sit and talk to them, and they say, you know what, I went and talk to my tax preparer. I'm not finna be just writing a check to Uncle Sam. I want to donate this to you, Noble. Just give me a taxes and receipt at the end of the year. That's all we got to do. And we be letting these people, these Europeans and these Albions, make so much money off of us because they are so-called money managers. And these brothers be making all this money, and they like, well, it don't matter. They'll tell their friend, set up a nonprofit, set up these nonprofits, and then this misnomer Negro, he got to pay his taxes. He don't know how to cipher it to his religious organization of his choice. So I'm going to set this up and tell my client that I'm paying his taxes. We support these nonprofits, and really it's your homeboy, and you getting a kickback. So just imagine you making $3 million a year, and what your taxes are, over 300,000, and they cipher it to their organization of their choice. And we even the working man, you paying taxes, file exempt, and pay your donation through the church, and then get a tax exempt receipt. That's how you can help your organization. When you talk about you tax exempt for the government, yes, because you can cipher your money to your organization and help them. Your job is just labor, trading hours for dollars. You the one agree with signing things and participating in things. You agreeing to those things. Ain't nobody forcing you. You agreeing to these things. And you now reading it all for manufacturing essence. And if you're not reading it and you participating in it, then the law says, yeah, you can donate your so-called taxes to your religious organization and get a taxes and receipt, because your money don't go to run the United States of America. It go to a private banking system. I'm a private banking system. Are you listening? Your religious organization that's tax exempt for the federal government is that organization. I hope Moorish listening. That's how the Moorish Science Temple got a tax exempt number. That's why the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School has a tax exempt number. Are y'all following what I'm saying? You can't get mad at what I'm saying. You should feel liberated. You should feel empowered of what I'm saying. Because I'm not saying nothing wrong. Everything I'm saying, you can research it. Be like, yep, that's facts. That's facts. Yes, it is restriction in law. Damn, yes, these brothers yes, they are wrong for not knowing the all law. So say that. And just like, okay, I got to pay for the lack of me not knowing. And when I come out of this, I got to come out and stand on truth. It's like I made a mistake. But you can't just keep promulgating a fucking lie, and you want people to support the lie, and your lies can be easily destroyed. And then what we basing our truth on? Nothing tangible. A belief system. And we don't base law on that. We cannot. And so I'm deleting this message because, like I said I'm going to be done just speaking to the general public. Because a lot of things that I'm saying is self-explanatory. You can't know law because you got a black laws dictionary. I don't give a fuck how many black laws dictionaries you have. Are you willing to go defend yourself in a court? The black law dictionary didn't know Moors write that shit. And then you must understand. So with that being said, man, I love y'all, man. I hope y'all listen to this message. I hope you saving this message. I hope Moors understanding what I'm saying. And if Moors want to be a part of our temple and school, because we're private on Zoom, please send an email. Goodman, Khary, at gmail.com. Goodman, Khary, at gmail.com. Goodman, Goodman, Khary. Goodman, what is it, babe? Goodman, Khary? Yeah. At gmail.com. And you send an email, and I have one of my muftis get with you and send you a copy of our syllabus and our enrollment package. We on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at burningbushtabernacle.ts. Please subscribe to our Instagram page. My Moorish book club page is AJELANI Moorish Book Club on Instagram. And every 2 weeks, I post 10 books on that platform. And all of my books are available for PDF. So all you got to do is download the books on your tablet or whatever. Or if you want to print them, go to Office Max and Staples and have them print the books and bind them for you. All my books, you get PDF books that's way cheaper on Amazon. I got books that cost $4,000, $5,000, hundreds of dollars on Amazon, and I offer them to Moorish PDF for like $30 and $40. These are like NFTs because you can keep it for yourself and then bless somebody else. And you don't have to give them your book. You can bless somebody else, and then your books are for free. Why? Because you can say, hey, man, give me a nice little donation. I'll PDF you the book. You can go to Office Max or Staples, and they'll print it and bind it for you. Now you got the book, and you got it forever. It's an NFT. I'll be trying to tell Moors, why would you go to Amazon and buy a Tablet Stock Institution for $4,000, and you can get it from me for $40? You gonna pay $4,000 for some fucking paper? Why would you go on Amazon and buy the Golden Age of the Moors for $200, $300 and you can get it for me for the $20, $30 donation, PDF, and go to Office Max and Staples and print it? Why would you buy a Sacred Drift by Peter Lambert Wilson for $200 or $300 and you can get it from me for a small donation of $30 and go to Office Max and Staples and print it and bind it and have it for yourself and then bless somebody else? Why? Why do that? Even books you will go on Amazon and pay for like $20. You can get the book from me for $10 and then go to Office Max and Staples and bind it for some change. And now you got the book. You don't have to be loaning your books out because Moors don't give your stuff back. Now you have, not only you have the book and you done binded it and printed it at Office Max or Staples, but you got the book and you can bless somebody else for a donation. That's like an NFT. That's like residuals. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling Moors what I know. I offer a platform. Europeans, I'm on a college campus. The college students get all their books from me. Just like if you go into college and you got financial aid or you blessed to have your parents buying your books and you done met me. Well, say for instance, you get a book and the book costs $250 and the professor only used 4 or 5 chapters on the book. And then after the class over, you go try to resell the book to the bookstore. You only gonna get $25 for it. 10% or maybe less than what you paid. Why would you do that? And you can get the book from me, a PDF, print it, or have it on your tablet, and then bless your other brother that's going through the classes. That's what I'll be telling us. A workman is due his hire. That's why I don't beg people for nothing. That's why a lot of my stuff is on college. A lot of my teachings are on college campuses and at the Philosophical Research Society. And I have a group of Moors, and we going back private at the end of the month. Because I'm not finna be pulling teeth out to Negroes when I show Moors how to set businesses up. And I got all these personal testimonies of Europeans and college students thanking me and their parents thanking me, showing them their kids how to set up their business, their EIN, and get quick 30 accounts, showing them how to get their damn articles of organization, showing them how to do all this strategy. And they done went to college for 4 years and got a degree in business, and they don't teach them this, and I teach them this in a day. Just like college students be like, man, I wish I met you years ago. You know how much money I waste on these books? All the other people that get their books from me instead of wasting their money at Amazon. So that's what I'm saying, man. I love everybody. If you serious, I gave you the email address. Goodman, KHARY, @gmail.com. I gave you our platforms that you can inquire and see what we all about. Please subscribe to our Temple and School page on YouTube. It's Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. We need 1,000 subscribers to subscribe to that platform, and I'll be going live every so often, with a little lectures here and there. Because I'm going to be done speaking on my personal page. So please, if you own this platform, please subscribe to our Temple and School page on YouTube, Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. On Instagram, it's burningbushtabernacle.ts. Our Moorish American Book Club is A. Jelani Moorish Book Club on Amazon. Also, we have a web page. It's entitled www.moorishhaberdasher.com. www.moorishhaberdasher, haberdasher.com. And you can go on that website and get all your Moorish American regalia and much, much, much more. That's www. Say it, Sean. www. what? Moorishhaberdasher.com for all your Moorish American regalia and much, much more. Peace, light, and illumination. Stay honorable, stay noble, and please stop being emotionally attached to things. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things and hold fast to what is good. The only way that you can administer the law is you must obey the law. This is adult wisdom. And I promise you, if you don't like it, that's on you. With that being said, Islam and peace.